So we've got to get some cooking going here. And I'm in the mood for meatloaf. Wasn't really sure. Oh, don't like that. We're just going to hope no long hairs fall in the food. Okay. So we're going to do some cooking here. We're going to make some meatloaf. And I'm curious, what is the famous movie? Do y'all know? What is the famous movie where the small child hates meatloaf? He's like, meatloaf, meatloaf, double bubble meatloaf. Wow, wow, I hate meatloaf. Does anybody know? Anybody know the answer? One of my favorite Christmas movies. So funny. So, guys, this is how easy it is to whip up quick, simple meatloaf in no time at all. So, I have, first off, a pound of ground beef, and it was frozen earlier. I had to do a quick defrost, and there was still a couple of frozen spots. So, if you know what I'm talking about, you've had this happen. So, I grabbed my mix and chop, right? Normally, we do this to cook off our ground meat, right, or our sausage and all that. But tonight, I used it to actually get my meatloaf all chunked up instead of freezing my hands to break it apart, okay? So this is 1 pound. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come over here, we're gonna grab a couple of eggs, okay? We're gonna crack them in. So this is just plain beef in here, okay, guys? You could be doing chicken, you could be doing pork, ground pork, whatever you like, or maybe you buy the meatloaf mix from the store, whatever you want. So I'm putting a couple of eggs in, and then I'm gonna dump in some whole wheat, like panko breadcrumbs. Again, guys, this is your call. One of my favorite things to add into meatloaf is crushed up Doritos. It is so delicious, but I don't have any on hand. It's probably a good thing because we've been overindulging on cookies and things lately. So we're just gonna do some nice whole wheat breadcrumbs. I usually just eyeball it, but for sake of looking professional, maybe we'll use a measuring cup. What measuring cup did I even grab? Oh, half a cup. Yes, that looks great. We're gonna do half a cup. Half a cup of breadcrumbs. But again, normally I just eyeball and dump it in. You can even do crushed up Ritz crackers, crushed up saltines, cheese nips, or goldfish crackers crushed up are awesome as well. Really gives you some good flavor going on, okay? Next, guys, we're gonna grab, I don't know where you're all at, but we have Wegmans grocery stores here, and they are fantastic. And Wegmans makes a taco shredded cheese, and it actually has like the taco seasoning in it. I love it. I love it. And I know some of you are like, well, you're not going to fresh grate your cheese. No, I'm not. I'm not. I love this cheese, and I'm not measuring it because we never measure cheese. I'm just dumping some in. There we go. And that's going to give some nice seasoning to my meatloaf right there. So if you have a Wegmans near you, or look at your local grocery store, but make sure it says that the taco seasoning is in it. Now, of course, if you do fresh grate your cheese, you can dump half a package or whatever of your taco seasoning in that, zhuzh it all around, and there you go. You could have the same thing, but I'm being lazy tonight. Now, we're also going to throw in some salsa, because yes, I could cut up my onions, and I could cut up some peppers, and I could, throw in tomato sauce and blah, blah, blah. But guys, jarred salsa, it is so easy. Just easy. So, our weather has been changing here, so the arthritis in my wrist has been acting up a little bit. This jar was already open, but sometimes the cutie hubby puts the lids on like pretty tight. So this is our jar opener, and I find this guy gets overlooked quite a bit. It actually has pretty serious teeth here, and then a smooth side over here. Like, you don't even really want to run your finger in there, because those teeth, they're there for grip. I am so curious if anybody out there owns this bad boy. It is so great. And you see how it comes down to this little section here? That's so, girls, your nail polish bottles, you don't have to be using your teeth to open them. You can slide a nail polish bottle in there. Woo, there we go. So you know how you like grabbed out that red nail polish to do your toes because you haven't grabbed it for a year since the last holidays? Well, guess what? You can use this now, okay? The other cool thing is it does come with the hardware. You're gonna notice it has 3 holes. You can actually mount this under your cupboard, which is so key, especially if you really do have bad arthritis or carpal tunnel in your hands or your wrists. You can mount this underneath your cupboard, and that way you can hold that jar with both hands, okay? You don't have to be working with this, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this, you're gonna slide it onto your jar, okay? And it works right or left-handed accessible. Remember, guys, all of our products are right or left-handed accessible. We're gonna put it on and slide. Oh, that was easy. Okay. Again, like I said, sometimes the cutie hubby man, he really has that grip. And then there you go. And guys, if this can would have been never opened, again, I probably would have had it a little closer to me just to do that. But again, this guy's a champ. If you have somebody in your world that has any kind of rheumatoid arthritis, carpal tunnel, anything like that, this would be a really, really just thoughtful gift for them because, like I said, every year this gets a little worse. With mom having us here, she is always asking, Grace, where is the jar opener? Where is the jar opener? She's really come to rely on this. So guys, seriously, pick up a few of these, gift these to those folks in your life. You can put it really pretty. You can actually go to the dollar store and get the cute treat bags that have like the print all over them. Drop this in and then they have the cutest Merry Christmas buffalo plaid ribbon at the Dollar Tree right now, and just tie that ribbon around the top. Give that as a gift. They will sing your praises. And make sure, I know with things being kind of wonky right now, not a lot of things are happening, at fire halls, meal-wise in church kitchens and all that, but they are a little bit, and they're going to next year. That's my hope. Make sure that you are gifting one of these to your local church, your fire hall, any place like that is serving food, because a lot of those workers, they are dealing with different jars and stuff. They will just be so appreciative they have this, okay? So, I know I should, okay, I could measure, I'll measure for you guys. Because again, I eyeballed the salsa. So let's see, let me see if half a cup looks about right. Yeah, half a cup, okay. There we go, half a cup of salsa. And guys, this is mild. You can really do whatever you want. And you can have a lot of fun, guys. I've done ground chicken for my meatloaf, and I went to Aldi's and they had a peach salsa, and I did it with that. It was out of this world delicious. So you can really have a lot of fun. So now I'm just taking the mix and chop. It's already dirty. Why would I get a spoon out, a bamboo spoon or a spatula? Heck no, we're just going to use it to stir off our meatloaf mix here. Like, why would I make more dishes? Well, maybe to try to sell you more stuff. No, I'm kidding. This works like a champ, to mix this all up, my friends. See? There we go. And see, in no time, and my hands aren't a hot mess. There we go. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to grab the brownie pan. And guys, this is one of those things that, again, when people tell me, oh, I have one of those, I'm like, oh, you have one. That's cute. I have multiples of these because, my friends, normally, I only had a pound left in my freezer of ground meat. I need to do some shopping and get my freezer stock back up. But normally when I make these, I like to do 2 to 4 pans of these mini meatloaves because they're so easy to freeze off. And then we can pull them out. And I don't know about you guys, but I love me a meatloaf mini slider. Just saying. You get the Hawaiian rolls. You know what I'm talking about? Get them from Aldi's. They're the best. They're Hawaiian sliders. You get those. You put your little meatloaf slide on there, a little cheesy. Oh, you can even put like a slice of fresh pineapple on top. Oh, hello. It is delicious. Just saying. Okay. But you need more than one, guys. Seriously, because when you're making brownies, when you're making cupcakes, my goal is, hopefully this week or next week, I want to show you how to make puffins. They are pancake muffins, and you use the brownie pan. Okay? So we're just going to take our large scoop, okay, which also partners with this beautifully. As you can see, the large scoop is a 1/4 cup, guys. So it fills the wells quite nicely, okay? We're just gonna drop these in. We're gonna bake these in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes, which is sure a whole heck of a lot quicker than if you did a big fat meatloaf that would take an hour, okay? So it doesn't take near as long. It's nice because it's great portion control. I find that a certain little boy in my house, his lordship, actually will like these better than if I just make a regular and slice it. Back in the day when he was younger, he would call these meat cookies. Mama, when are you making meat cookies again? Because it's like, it's fun. Anything that's smaller and cute, people want to eat, right? Here we go. And you know what I find is when I've made these, even people that have told me, oh, I'm not really a fan of meatloaf, I find that folks really like these, especially when you get creative with those add-ins and it's not just the typical breadcrumbs, egg, and maybe a little bit of seasoning. By jazzing it up with the salsa and the cheese, guys, it really takes it to a whole nother level, okay? So here we go. I thought I saw one, oh, he looked a little sparse. There we go. There we go. Let's take some of that out of the middle. Make sure we get it all, because let's face it, at the price of ground beef, we don't want to waste any of it. There we go. Boo! Okay, so now what we're going to do, I will throw these in the oven, like I said, 15 minutes. Around the 12-minute mark, I will pull them out and I will sprinkle more cheese on top. I don't like to do it right away because then I find the cheese, it just gets a little too overdone. Okay, I like it to be a little ooey gooey. So we're gonna throw that right in here. And guys, actually, give me 1 minute because there was something I wanted to show you, and of course my oven is already hot. Okay, and if you don't have the little shark oven mitts, they're just the sweetest. Guys, check it out. Do you see the red there? These are our oven rack protectors. So if I were to, and I'm not going to, but if I were to accidentally zing my wrist on this, that's the worst burn in the world. Anybody, where's my bakers out there or cook? Like seriously, have you ever gotten your wrist on your oven rack? It is so painful. And you have like that mark for days, maybe a week, right? With our oven rack protectors, look, boop, no pain. You want to know why? Because this is silicone, and with all those ridges on there, you can be reaching in, guys. Let's put that in. You can be reaching in, accidentally hit your wrist on that, and because of how it is designed by Pampered Chef, you are not left with a burn mark. You aren't even left with a singe, guys. These are so, so important. I love that you can cut them, so if you have a smaller oven, it will totally work. Guys, you should be gifting these to everybody, especially if they have junior chefs who are learning how to bake and all that. It's really it's more of a safety feature. Okay, I didn't push my oven rack in. Oh, I actually put it on a slant. I'm talking to you guys, I'm not paying attention. There we go. But those oven rack protectors, guys, you should be piling them in your shopping carts. They are just such a lifesaver. Yesterday, it was funny because mom was not a believer of them. She's like, no, whatever, you know. I said, Mom, seriously, yesterday, Mom was pulling one of her bread pans out, right? And she went to reach, and I saw her hit. And I said, Mom, she goes, I didn't even feel, she goes, I didn't get burned. I said, huh, go figure, they work, right? So honestly, guys, I was skeptical when Pampered Chef brought them out, and I was like, why would they bring out these? Look so stupid, they look ridiculous. They are such a necessity in my home. And you can take them off when you're cleaning your oven, and you can run them through your dishwasher and all that, okay? So now, with meatloaf, one thing you need is mashed potatoes, right? So I want to show you the world's easiest mashed potatoes, and then I'll let you go for the night. This is our 3-quart micro cooker, AKA the rice cooker, okay? Some of you who are really familiar with Pampered Chef, you remember that we've always had the micro cookers. We had the 2 smaller sizes, and then we had a bigger one, and it was labeled the rice cooker. When Pampered Chef redesigned all of our micro cookers, they just labeled this in the micro cooker family, but this was your rice cooker, okay? So if you're looking for it, here it is. The reason why this one can do rice, and I really don't recommend the other 2 for rice, is because rice and potatoes are so starchy that if you try to cook them off in the smaller ones, they could gush out and create a big mess in your microwave. With this guy, we're gonna, see the little tabs? We're gonna pull those down. See, those lock the lid in place. I really don't like to lift it from here. I lift it from the little handles. Maybe you're more talented. I hear some banging back there. There's a 2-year-old back there. I'm not even gonna look. Maybe. I don't know. No, not gonna look. Okay, so we're gonna release the lock, top portion of the lid, and then we have this portion. This is your venting system. This is also your system to keep that starchy water from going over the top. The regular lids on your other micro cookers are just a single lid. So again, if you're cooking off that rice or potatoes, that can totally come right out. That's why you need this guy to keep that from happening. Okay, so if you are my rice lovers and you love your potatoes, this is gonna be, or like your tortellinis, things like that you wanna cook off. So what you do, cube up your potatoes, cover them with water. So if you look in here, what? There's my potatoes covered in water, okay? Now, salt up your water, remember, good mashed potatoes. Potatoes are cooked in super salty water, okay? Almost like seawater, okay? So what I do like is I can take the lid, right? I'm gonna walk over to my sink, give me 1 second, and I'm actually gonna not pour it all over my tabletop like I just did. I'm gonna drain this out in my sink. So, sorry that I'm walking away for a second on you. Okay, here we go. And now what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna give you my little mashed potato secret, okay? I'm gonna drop in some cream cheese. Now I have a little bit of a block left of some reduced fat, so we're gonna drop him in. This was actually left over from the Kolachki cookies that I had made, so we're going to use this up. Okay, so let's open him up. Oh, I did not get enough water out of that. Holy smokes. I should probably pay attention. I'm talking to you guys. I'm not paying attention to how much water I'm draining off. We would have had soup. There we go. Much, much, much better. And in case you're wondering how long I do them, guys, I cook the potatoes in the microwave. If I'm going to mash them, I do them for 15 minutes, but if I need potatoes for potato salad, I do 12 minutes. I take no credit for that. My mom taught me this. She is actually the one that taught me how to do the mashed potatoes in the microwave. Okay, so throw the cream cheese in. Now, guys, this is just a little bit of mashed potatoes. So if I had this filled, because you can fit a 5-pound bag of cubed potatoes in here, I would actually drop a whole block in, okay? But there's not really that many in here, so I just am going to use up that last little bit. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab our brand new potato masher. Look how beautiful that is. But you know what the best thing is? Like, this would be so wonky to store in your drawer. I mean, look, if it's laying in your drawer, like, oh my word, that's not going to fit, right? Where would you put this? Check it. Ready? Squeeze. Fold. Like, right? So squeeze, back up, it locks in place. You wash it when you're done, you're all done. Squeeze, boom, done. Right? Isn't this so cool? Oh my gosh, love this. So we're gonna do this, and now we're gonna take it and we're just gonna mash. I did leave a little bit of that potato water in there. If I feel the need, I will drop some milk in sometimes, but sometimes with the cream cheese you don't need it. It really depends on how you like your potatoes. And we are actually almost done. I just want to make sure that cream cheese, look at how quickly this takes them down, guys. Look at how creamy they're coming already. You can drop butter in here, but guys, I will tell you, ever since I was given this little cream cheese trick, I have not had to use butter in my mashed potatoes. And with that, they're done. Creamy, delicious mashed potatoes. I don't know if you guys were timing that. That was like 30 seconds. Love this potato masher. It's brand new out. You're going to want it because who does not love their mashed taters? You're going to use it on your sweet potatoes. You're going to use it on any of those other little things. Your butternut squash, you want to mash it up. Oh, good gravy. And I will tell you, a fun little kiddo activity, because we're all going insane with these kiddos at home. We need activities, right? You could actually get the washable paints, okay? Get either some pie tins or something that you can just maybe discard or wash and use for later use. You're gonna some blue in one, red in one, yellow in one, green in the other one, whatever colors you want. And then your kiddos can take your potato masher, dip it in the paints, and then stamp it all over their paper. Let them have fun. They can make such cool designs. They will have a hoot with it. If they you'll find that they're going to go pretty heavy with the paint if they're like mine, because they get kind of crazy. That's okay. It'll take a little while for the paint to dry. I'm going to say the worst word that you probably ever heard, glitter. Oh, glitter. Yes, glitter. Let them take some glitter and put it on, and it'll dry in the paint, and it just creates such a fun picture. And that could be something really fun. Then you could go to the dollar store and get some cheap frames, frame their art, and why not send that to Great Aunt Edna, who you're not going to be able to visit with Christmas because of everything that's going on. Why not? Put in a bubble mailer envelope, send that beautiful art to the kids, and they did it with a potato masher and some paint. She will love it, and it'll let her know you're thinking of her. Maybe you have a girlfriend that or a guy friend that's been struggling this year. Let the kiddos do some masher art. Send it to them. They will get a kick out of it. If maybe things have been a little tight this year, why not let the kiddos do this on construction paper, fold it in half, and make homemade greeting cards to send to your friends, right? You don't have to go out and buy boxed ones. All with a potato masher, guys. Any way to keep the kids occupied and use things you already have at home, right? So potatoes are ready. You're probably thinking, Grace, your meatloaf isn't ready. Your potatoes are going to go cold. No, guys, that's not going to happen. Because I have our brand new insulated bowls. These are crazy awesome. They will keep your food warm for like, oh gosh, what is it? Like 2, 4, 6 hours. It's insane. So the lid is designed, as you see, with a little hook. So right now, I don't want to just set it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my little scoop and spread, because I use these all the time. And I'm going to take these potatoes. We're going to drop them right into the insulated bowl. I will warn you guys, with these insulated bowls, especially with mashed potatoes, because the kiddos do tend to plow into these pretty quick, If you put your hot mashed potatoes in and you think 45 minutes later your kiddos will not have to blow on them, please warn them they need to. They will burn their tongues. That's how amazing these bowls keep foods warm. These have been selling out. It's like as soon as we get them in, right, we get like thousands of pieces in, they sell. So when you can add these to your cart, you add them and you add them and order them right away. Like, don't delay, because these insulated bowls, this is the small one, you can get a bigger one. They're just perfect. Think about mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, hot buffalo chicken wing dip, all those foods that are absolutely atrocious. You can post below, what are some of the foods that are so awful when they're served cold? Like, right? Like, ew, who wants congealed mac and cheese? And then all we're gonna do, we're gonna put the lid on. The lid does have, I'll show it to you here. You can see, it has a little silicone edge, so it's not just plastic on the bowl. It's actually giving you a nice little seal. And look at how beautiful, right? So guys, make sure you're grabbing these up. I'm just saying, grab a couple of sets because you're gonna wanna be gifting them as well. So with that, my friends, I will leave my meatloaves. They're about a couple more minutes and we'll get some cheesy on them and they'll go for a few more minutes and then we're gonna eat. It's that easy, my friends. Thank you for watching. Have a really great night, okay?